Hello. So, several things have happened since I last talked to you. Um, the obvious, for example, if you can see in my background. That's right, I got a new lamp! Yeah, but in all seriousness, finally, after like 4 years of wanting to paint my room a different color, it's finally happened. So now my background will look nicer, and not that ugly ass green. Sorry, green. Yeah, but if you saw my video from a couple weeks ago, I read this letter that I wrote back in 8th grade, and needless to say, it was really cringy. But, to milk more content, I am now gonna make a video that I will react to in 4 years. So today is June 8th, 2020, and since I've last talked to y'all, I graduated just about a week ago, and that was great because it was literally a drive-through graduation. Like, we drove around the back of the school, and then there were like these mini temporary stages that were set up. So you just walk up the stage, get your diploma, get your picture taken, and then you leave. And literally, as I was walking down the stairs, I almost tripped because the step was lower than I thought it was gonna be. So that was fun. Almost face planted at my graduation. I've also finally rewatched Avatar, and it was a great time, of course. And I don't know, I think I've been getting a bunch of throwbacks to like 8th grade, freshman year, that kind of stuff. And I guess there are many reasons for that. One, obviously, I'm graduating, so I guess I'm getting nostalgic about my high school career, even though high school fucking sucked. And I guess also rereading that letter reminded me of stuff I haven't really thought about in like 4 years. And also, I guess rewatching Avatar, because I think the last time I rewatched it was either 8th grade or freshman year. And okay, this is like kind of funny and just me exposing myself right now, but I found this fanfic I was working on around that time. It was like 2016, 2017 or something, and it's an Avatar fanfic. And I found it, I was reading it, and I was like, hey, this is actually pretty good. And I'm just sitting here like, I can't believe the same person who wrote that cringy ass letter in 8th grade also wrote this fanfic. That's actually somewhat decent. Could make for more content, but I'm not sure I want to share it. It's just like, I think one of the things that I'm very curious about Avatar that they didn't really touch on in the show was the actual culture and what it's like to be a normal person in the Avatar world. Because obviously, being the Avatar and being the Avatar's friends is definitely not the common experience in that world. There was that episode in season 3 where Aang goes to a Fire Nation school, and we see a bit of like Fire Nation culture where apparently they're like pretty stiff and don't really express themselves. And I thought it would have been cool to see more of that stuff. And also like just Fire Nation propaganda and how the Fire Lord and the main bad people of the Fire Nation were able to convince an entire nation the war was justified. So I thought that would have been interesting. But my biggest takeaways from Avatar were the music, holy shit, was so good, of course. And shameless self-promo, but I did make a cover of it, and I'm actually so proud of it. Like, obviously nothing beats the original, but I think I did a pretty good job. And yeah, it's actually been reminding me of a lot of stuff that I used to do but I don't do anymore. Like, yeah, the fanfic, and also kung fu, because I used to do kung fu, but I think freshman year was like the last year I did it. And of course the different bending styles of course have to do with a lot of different types of Chinese martial arts, and I think especially Fire Nation had the closest to like the stuff I was doing. And I would be watching the show and watching them do bending and stuff, and I'd be like, dead ass, that's a move I can do. Especially that scene where, oh, spoiler. Yeah, I should probably just preface that there might be some Avatar spoilers. So that scene where Aang and Zuko are dancing with dragons, like that form that they do, I really want to learn it. I think that would be really dope. And also, this is just like random, but I took like this bending test back in freshman year. I actually literally remember this. I was literally doing this test during my French class because, I'm a good student, and I got firebending, so that's pretty dope. And also, speaking of firebending, best character in the show, of course, is Zuko, who arguably has the best redemption arc in TV history. Kylo Ren could never. He's my favorite for many reasons. Obviously, I relate to him. He's an angsty boy and is always grumpy and stuff. But also, I feel like he's just like the funniest character. His iconic lines, "I'm never happy," or "That's rough, buddy." Okay, but here's the thing about Zuko, too, that I realized. He was the blueprint. This is the origin for my thing for dorky boys. So besides from Avatar, I've been trying to play more video games. I literally spent like 8 hours downloading 3 different games and only one of them would run. Because I've never played an FPS before and I want to play Valorant, but apparently there's like this really invasive anti-cheat they have. So I've been holding off on playing it, but I just really want to. So I played a bit of Destiny 2 and it seems pretty decent. Although I wanted to play Call of Duty and that game will not fucking load. My computer is literally a potato. So of course I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I have this realm with my friends and it's really fun. I'm kind of also tempted to like stream or something because you can just have hours of uncut content. But again, I have a laptop. I don't even have 2 monitors. So definitely not the ideal situation for that. But maybe eventually I'll do that. Just like a side note, I was originally gonna make like a reflection on my high school career kind of video, but a TLDR is just like high school was not fun, and specifically grades 8 through 11, I was like hella emo. Like going back and reading that letter from 8th grade, I was so fucking emo. I hated middle school so much, and I just like hated everyone. I was literally just like so angsty. I just realized my camera was like slightly lopsided, but I don't think it really matters. Okay, speaking of which, I think I should interact more with my future self. So first of all, right now I'm filming on this tripod with a light on it using my phone. Please tell me you have less janky equipment in the future. But to be fair, this tripod is pretty dope. But I would hope that I have like an actual camera that has better quality than my selfie camera on my phone. Also, maybe this should have been the first thing I thought of, but please tell me you're still doing YouTube. I mean, I only started consistently making videos since quarantine started, which was like 2-3 months ago, and I'm worried that as soon as college starts, I'm not gonna be able to make videos consistently again, just like literally the past 4 years of high school. But I hope that I'll find time to do it because it's something I do really enjoy. Yeah, so what else? Currently I'm at around like 80 subs, I think, and hopefully I continue making videos and have a few hundred subs by the time you're watching this 4 years from now. So as of right now, not yet a freshman. I'm gonna be majoring in bio. I'm probably gonna change to like on the pre-med track specifically, but I don't know. I kind of want to be a doctor, but I'm also not sure I want to go to medical school because that just seems like a lot of work. I mean, I'm thinking right now possibly pharmacy because I like medicine kind of things, but I'm not sure I like patient interaction that much. And also very slightly considering being a mortician, low-key. Honestly, I think I can handle dead bodies, but the question is, do I want to? So I guess 4 years from now, where I'm looking, I'm assuming I would have graduated with a bachelor's or something and possibly going to grad school, but I don't know. And I think it would be really dope to be part of the pit orchestra of a Broadway show, but I feel like that would actually be really hard to happen, and I also don't know if I'm good enough of a musician to do that, but that would be really cool. I honestly don't really know what else to say because I've not really thought about 4 years from now that much, but hopefully I didn't drop out and become homeless, and hopefully I've got a cool job or something. So yeah, now I'm gonna talk about and answer some of the questions that I did in the 8th grade letter video. Okay, favorite high school memory. Like I said earlier, can't say I enjoyed high school that much, but I think at least something memorable and kind of positive was during sophomore year, my orchestra got to perform at Carnegie Hall and we like took a trip around New York City, and that was really dope. And I really wished I'd filmed it because that would have been, like I said, good content, but also just like a better way to remember it. But yeah, obviously kind of like a once in a lifetime experience to be able to perform in like one of the best places to play music. And but also like I think at the same time I was like really not happy during sophomore year, and that was like definitely a thing during that trip, but like besides that, it was a good time. And oh god, the I make googly eyes at question, of course. You know, I really got nothing considering I have not seen a human being in 3 months. But, you know, just for memes, I'll insert this clip. Saikuno, 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 Saikuno. Okay, the last good movie I saw, you know, haven't really watched that many movies lately, but I think the last movie I saw was like at the beginning of quarantine, and that was Train to Busan, which is really good. It's like the best zombie movie I've ever watched, if I'm being honest, but also probably not a great movie to watch during quarantine, considering the content. But yeah, it's really good, so would recommend. Okay, and then right now my favorite band slash singer slash song is, I guess I can list a few. So I like the 1975, I like blackbear, the Driver Era, Panic, Conan Gray, King Princess, and you know, mostly I've just been listening to like songs I like that show up on my Discover. So if you're watching this, just check out my Goodbye High School playlist. I'll link it in the description, I guess, if any of you are interested. But right now, I think Antidote and Protein Shake in that playlist are really good. Literally today, I discovered Down by, I think it's pronounced O's or Ooze, and that song's really good. And Lily Pichu is also making music, and you know I'm an Offline TV stan, so Wilting Flower by her is really good. I really like violin piano kind of pieces. I think that's by far like one of the best combinations in music, so yeah. I'll link those in the description. Okay, my closest friends are, I think right now, you know, I haven't really seen my friends that much, but I talk the most to Izzy, Maggie, and Kathy, and the stuff you just saw on the screen are designated emojis. This is mine. Also, just like random side note, me, Izzy, and one of my other good friends, Emmy, are doing this D&D campaign, and it's honestly quite fun. We did like a practice battle, just like get a hang of things. This is my like third campaign I've done before, I think, and yeah, it's pretty fun. My character is named Lonk. He's a human fighter. He's basically just Link, but extra himbo. And yeah. Okay, and undoubtedly my personal hero is blank because, okay, again, not to be like fake wise or whatever, like I was in my 8th grade letter video, but honestly, like the thing about like fan culture, stan culture, like that kind of thing, and like putting people on a pedestal is just like not healthy. So I wouldn't really say I have a hero necessarily, but I guess there are like people with good qualities that I admire. And again, offline TV stan. I've got to say, like, I really like the bond that the offline TV members have, because like a few weeks ago, they did like a drunk stream and they were just like hanging out. It was just like really nice because it's like really clear that they're like a second family to each other, and I think it would be really cool to have a group of friends that I'm that close with. Not to say that I don't, but like they all live with each other, they work together and make content together. So I think that would be a really cool thing to have. If I've learned one thing in life, it's, okay, I guess I kind of talked about this, just like not worrying that much about things you don't know or can't control. Like I said, I spent like a lot of my time in high school doing that, and if there's any time to stop, it would be now. But yeah, there's literally no point in worrying about things you can't change, because, you know, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And the last question, my advice for myself for college is, so, I don't know, it's kind of weird having your past self give advice to your future self, because it's like, do you really think I would know better than my future self? But I think one thing I hope my future self kept in mind is to go out of your comfort zone and join clubs, hang out with people, and don't just shut yourself in your dorm room, because, you know, college is a time to meet people and make friends and stuff, so hopefully I did that. And also, I just got my roommate assignment like last week or something. So, are you good friends with your roommate now? I'm not gonna share information about her for obvious reasons, but it seems like we have a lot in common, so that's cool. Hopefully we've become good friends in these past 4 years. So yeah, 22-year-old Michelle. How's life, huh? So yeah, hopefully you found this kind of interesting, and to my future self, good luck. And the stuff you saw on the screen are designated. How the fuck do you say that word? I'm tilted.